Welcome to Beauty Talk Podcast, where we explore the stories, passion, and artistry behind the beauty's industry's most inspiring professionals. In today's episode, we are so thrilled to have Giovanni Henrira, a licensed cosmetologist and professional makeup artist with over 20 years of experience. Known for his flawless quinceañera and bridal looks, Giovanni's work is a masterclass in timeless beauty and bold artistry, creating signature graphic eye designs to working with some of the biggest Spanish celebrities. His journey is nothing short of iconic. Get ready to hear how Giovanni continues to shape the industry, not just through his makeup, but also through the mentor and educating programs that he's about to generate. This episode is proudly sponsored by G-Skin and Beauty Institute, where the passion meets profession. Whether you're starting your journey or leveling up your skills, G-Skin and Beauty Institute empowers future beauty leaders every step of the way. Giovanni, thank you so much for being here with us today. I am so excited to share your story and your passion.
Thank you, Veronica, and thank you for whoever is supporting this. I am super excited to be here.
Yes.
So excited.
So let's dive in. We had a little chance, not only to have a conversation over the phone, but before we started this, to also get to know each other a little bit better. And I believe that everybody's story is inspiring, but I can truly identify, and I know that a lot of you guys will be able to feel wholeheartedly that they can resonate with you. So tell us where you're from. How did your career start? Give us a little bit of that history.
So I am from Mexico City. I was born there when I was a baby.
Yeah.
I'm 41 years old, and I came to the U.S. when I was 6. So I remember when I was a little kid, America and Mexico are two different countries and very different, but they're beautiful both. But it was a different lifestyle because I didn't know English. So I just decided that I was going to learn the language and just, be a good citizen and try to make my dreams come true.
Yeah.
So yes, I am from Mexico City.
So you're from Mexico City. And so tell us, when was the very first time that you said, I want to be in makeup? Were you always in the beauty industry, or how did you transition into that?
So it all started when I was around 17 years old, when my brother wanted to be, I think he had in his mind that he wanted to be a Miss Universe.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about makeup. So I didn't know that we were both actually, gay. So I was like, sure, you're my brother, let's do it. So I go in and I meet a bunch of drag queens, and the first time I saw them doing the contour and the face and the body, I was like, is that really gonna show on stage? And I remember I used to go and watch the show to see how the contours looked, and it really did make sense. So that's when I got fascinated by or inspired by makeup, and I wanted to continue on doing more makeup. And I got invited from them to do shows. So I was like, hey, let's do it. Because it was paying the bills. I had a job after high school that I hated because they used to put me to wash dishes.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I get this, this gift to do a show once a week. And whatever I was doing every afternoon after high school, I did it in one night, money-wise. So I decided, hey, I'm learning and I'm getting paid good money, decent money.
Yeah.
Why not?
Better than what you were doing before.
Way better than what I was doing before.
So then, okay, most makeup artists typically have a huge makeup kit where they show up and then that's how they do the makeup. What did you show up with?
Well, little by little, I was learning from them. Okay. And most of my stuff was from Walgreens. Okay. And I was like, hey, let's do it. I was doing whatever I could find. But I didn't know anything about makeup. I was just going with the flow and whatever I was just creating. And it looked good. So that was my beginning. That was the start of what I was going to become or who I was going to become.
So then from this point, how many years did you stick into drag, and what motivated you to get out of that specific industry?
Okay, so I'm 41 and I started doing drag when I was 19, and I got out when I was 23.
Okay.
The reason why is because I was getting tired of doing shows and being out late and not being able to like enjoy the day. You know, I wanted to work. I wanted to like it wasn't just for me anymore. For some people, they love the nightlife. I like to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was like, I need to do a change. And then I also saw that, you know, just like in every place you go to, there's always going to be good and bad people. And I'm not saying that they were bad, but they were just, you know, like it got to a point where I was so nice to people and I always used to help them. And all of a sudden, like, they were just like, backstab me or do something kind of shady to me. And one day I just decided that I didn't want to be surrounded by negativity. So I wanted to be somewhere where I was going to actually like, I didn't feel like a woman either. So I never became a transsexual. Like some of my friends did, and I totally respect that. But I never felt it. So I didn't want to do something that wasn't going to make me happy.
Yeah.
So I decided that it was, you know, like my body is changing. I'm not going to be doing laser or none of that. And I'm like, maybe now it's time for me to do it on beautiful women. I think every woman is beautiful. And I'm like, maybe I can teach them, you know, what I'm learning.
Yeah.
So yes, so that's how I got out.
So that's how you got out. So after being in the drag industry and you're deciding, okay, this is not what I want. How did you go about, you know, the transition of your makeup journey? Like, how did you start doing makeup for women?
So then I decided to go back to school. I said, this is not my lifestyle. I'm going to go back to school. I told my dad, hey, I'm going to come back home. I was living on my own and I'm like, I need help. I'll still pay you rent. I know I can't afford the whole thing, but at least something, you know, for a room. I'm like, I'm not going to be going out. I'm going to be focused. And those years were like 3 years of, oh my God, it was a lot. Doing cosmetology was so hard. And there was no makeup schools back then. So, yeah. So anyways, before I get into more, I ended up applying for Sephora. But my dream job in the 1990s, late 90s, it was to be at MAC Cosmetics.
Yes.
And I applied with them, but they didn't give me the job. Unfortunately, I wasn't ready. And I started learning that sometimes life will not give you what you want when you want it. But if you continue on preparing yourself, you know, one day life just gives you surprises. Yes, that was my first job. Sephora interviewed me 7 to 9 times, and I thought I wasn't gonna get the job. And they called me on the 9th, you know, phone call. They're like, "Hey, Gio, just want to let you know that, you know, out of 20 people, we decided to take you." And I was like, why me? I couldn't believe it, you know? Even though I didn't get the MAC Cosmetics, still Sephora is a beautiful brand. I got to see what was in there.
Yeah.
But you know, I wasn't just happy there. And 1 year later, MAC calls me. I was in New York with some of my friends. And they call me and they're like, "Hey, Gio, are you still interested in the job? We told you that we were gonna keep your resume. We just wanted you to have a little more experience." So I was like, "All right, fine." I'm like, "I'll fly in Monday," and they're like, "All right, we'll see you Monday." So I go back and they asked me the question that, you know, they asked me a question just to make sure because I was going to cosmetology school, and I had just came into the color theory class, so I didn't know my colors well. And they asked me, they're like, "So what neutralizes orange?" And I was like, "Oh my God, Jesus." And that question, honestly, I tried to remember, and I guessed, and it was correct, which is blue.
Blue.
And I ended up getting the job
Goodness.
because of that. Imagine if I would have said green.
I know. Well, you know, and just kind of getting back to a little bit of something that you said earlier, I do believe, you know, I'm a big believer in God. And I feel
Me
that
too.
even though sometimes we think that we want something,
Yes.
but God will not give you what you want, but what you need.
Exactly. I totally believe in
Right?
that. I'm learning so many things lately because like now everything is just happening to me, including this podcast, you know? So it's just like I wasn't even expecting a podcast. It just happened. And everything is just coming, you know, like the way it should come.
Yeah.
And the doors are just opening.
I love that for you.
Thank
I
you.
love that for you
Thank
so
you.
much.
I love it too.
And so you went the traditional way and went all the way back to cosmetology school.
I did.
Got your license, did all of the strenuous work.
Yes.
But do makeup artists have to go to cosmetology school?
No, makeup artists do not have to go to cosmetology school. You can take a makeup course, and you will learn basically everything that you need to learn as a makeup artist, from history, because we want to know where makeup came from, you know? So yeah, so they go from history to color theory to all the face structures, so that you can learn how to contour and highlight the face, depending on what type of face you're working with. So yeah, definitely you don't have to go through cosmetology like I went. But I will say I am happy that I did, because now, you know, I can do other things that I never thought that I could do. Like I also do semi-permanent tattoo.
Okay.
And I also do like lash lifts, chemical peels. That's more, you know, money coming in.
Yeah.
Because I'm licensed, and I'm also certified too from having my license.
Okay.
But if you want to just do makeup, it's okay. You can just take like a course, you know, at a makeup school. Normally they're like 2 months.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, what I'm listening to and what I hear is that, yes, you don't traditionally have to go through all the schooling, but as a professional in the industry for 20 years,
Yes.
you see the value of actually getting licensed.
Yes.
Right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, not only do you get to learn like sanitation protocols, like
Correct. I mean, you will learn
allergies,
that
skin
in a makeup school, and okay. So here goes the thing: a makeup school needs to be certified by the state. So
that's
if
it.
you're certified by the state wants you to actually teach the students that sanitation is like the key, you know,
Yeah,
like it's the
number
most
one.
important thing. They want to know everything about sanitation.
Okay.
And once you take the whole course, everything is, of course, monitored by the state, that everything is regulated with all the rules. And then they let you go ahead and teach. It's a lot of work, but it's worth being a teacher, you know, and seeing the students like, wow, because, you know, one of the things when you go to a makeup school is that like, you know how to do makeup, but then all of a sudden the job of the teacher is to kind of like open up the third eye,
Yeah.
so that you can see color, you can see structure, you can see, you know, everything,
Dimension.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the job of the school.
Yes, and I agree with you. I mean, I am totally like a school kind of girly. I just like to know like the history. I like to
Everything,
know
yeah.
all of it.
I think it's very important, the history. I mean,
Yes.
let's think about like who was the first influencer to be in this world. And who was that?
We said it was Cleopatra.
Cleopatra was the first influencer to you know to make makeup trends, which it was the bold eyeliner.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was not just the bold eyeliner. It actually had a religion, and also it protected them from the sun.
From the sun.
So it was like a lot of things, and they made it through with animals and fruits, and it was
I
just
think
interesting.
indigo was like something that
Yes,
they really used.
it was.
So I was actually married to an Egyptian.
Oh wow.
And we got to go to like the Museum of Cairo
My
and
dream.
all of that. And that's the only reason I even know that Cleopatra was like the first one.
She was, and there's actually there's, you know, like back in the days, the queens were buried with their most important things, and one of them was their like makeup kit.
Oh, yeah.
And their makeup kit was something very
Prestigious. And royal.
prestige and royal, and also, you know, it was, you know, it meant a lot spiritually to them too.
Oh, okay.
So it was not just a makeup thing for them. Now we put it on and it's like, okay, it's cute. But of course, there's a lot of brands which, you know, there's high-end brands, and still, we're still using, you know, girls want to look cute with their packaging, opening it while they're putting their powder or they're doing their little gloss.
It's like a status symbol.
It is. I mean, it's now it's everything for a girl, for a woman. It's, you know, makeup. It's power. It's power.
It's power.
It's
yeah.
power.
And even then, like we're talking about like the Cleopatra days. I mean, makeup was a status symbol too.
It was.
Even I know like the royal men used to use like charcoal around their eyes.
Yes, even men
and-
wore it too. Correct,
Right?
because it was a symbol of spiritualism.
Yeah.
And then they also even use wigs.
Oh, yes.
And depending on the wig and the threads, because some of the threads actually had gold.
Oh, I
So
didn't know
that's,
that.
the more money you had, the more value you had on top of you. So
Oh,
yeah, if you look at the threads with the
yeah.
Cleopatra wig, those were actually gold in reality. Not fake, but
Yeah.
back in the days, like if like Cleopatra had gold things on her
In
head,
her hair.
on her hair,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, and that even transitions to, and I don't want to get too far off the topic, but even in like government in the United States,
Yes, it
the bigger
happened.
the wig,
Of course,
right?
it's
The bigger the
everything is
power.
makeup is it's a moment. Moments change, trends change, eras change. Even men wore makeup too. Back in the days with the wig and a little bit of
The
blush,
powder.
powder,
Yeah.
and let's go.
And let's go. I know.
So
So I'm happy to see that the transitions have gone through so many different, evolutions, generations,
yes,
and I appreciate the history, and this
definitely.
is why, ladies and gentlemen, like this is why you should seek good education.
Good education is
And
very important.
yes, and make sure that they are also accredited because you do,
Yes,
at the end of the day, you want to see yourself as a business. So you want to make sure that your insurance is going to cover you in case of
everything.
an allergic reaction, in
So
case
many
of
things.
so many
There's
things.
so many things that a makeup artist needs to understand, and we all want to be secured, and we want to make sure that as a makeup artist, we have our backs, covered.
Absolutely.
Very
Yeah, because
important.
you're no longer working under anybody else. It's
You're
you.
doing yourself, So yes, that is very important. All those things, to know.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
Gio, I know that you have like a very unique style to your makeup artistry. What can you say personally if you were to compare yourself to other makeup artists? How are you different?
I don't think I'm different. I think I'm just very, I think that's the reason why I love my job because I'm just so energetic that I need to be doing something. And now I just love to practice. Right now, what's like my motivation right now or my whatever you want to call it,
Inspiration?
inspiration is the graphic eyeliner. Because
Yes.
we don't do it a lot here in the US. I think we're afraid of doing something, out of our comfort zones.
Yeah.
And being an artist, you kind of have to just dive in and just create new, like looks depending on the eye. Because we're, going to school, you're going to learn how to do, different types of eye colors. Also, you're going to do, there's like different types of eyes. Some of them are sad, some of them are, happy. So I right now, it's the graphic eye.
It's a graphic eye. So, what
And
is your design process when you're looking to do a graphic eyeliner? Like, how do you even start the shapes? Like, where do you get your inspiration?
so, okay, so I like to watch movies and see colors because
Okay.
they know what they're doing with colors, right?
Yeah.
But of course, I always use color theory, right? With every customer, every client that I have, I always ask for a picture. So that way I can see their color, their shape. And then from there, I start creating like what suits that client. What is her season? What is her eye color? What is her eye shape? And then I started, kind of like trying to like put in my head like where I'm going to use, like where am I gonna do like a line? Where am I gonna do like a little wave? So I use eye structure with color theory.
With color theory.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you find yourself being inspired like by nature, by
Yes.
fashion?
Yes, you always have to be going to museums. You always have to, see patterns, fashion. You want to see, you know, you want to step out of your regular zone.
Yeah, your
Go
comfort
see
zone.
because there's a lot of things out there in the world. And
Yes.
everybody's an artist in different ways. Even doing a video, you're an artist.
Yeah.
You got to find the good angles. Everything has its purpose.
Yes.
But you definitely have to go out and look for it. Nature is beautiful. I love going to the ocean and being inspired by color, turquoise colors, love colors.
Yeah. So you mentioned that in the United States, maybe we're a little shy to do extravagant looks. So how do you see that you're Latinx? So how do you see your culture influencing your style and, the risks that you're wanting to take on your clients? Do you find it inspiring, like your culture coming in through
I
that?
do, I do. So a graphic eyeliner is not going to be for everyone.
Okay.
To me, a graphic eyeliner is being an artist. Of course, I could do a day look. Of course, I can do a bride. Of course, I can do a quinceañera. But doing a graphic eyeliner, like some of my colleagues that are professionals, they have done. They have gotten jobs where they pay them a lot of money. It's not just doing a graphic eyeliner. It's about utilizing your sense. You basically have to kind of like you have to kind of like like be with your model and kind of like see the 3D, and then you just keep going with her eye, and that's how you become an artist. You got to just jump into it. And the Latinos, we know that we love drama.
Yeah.
We love drama and everything, including makeup.
Yeah.
And we're not afraid of doing, color and just doing this beautiful, I think it's grown in Mexico. There's so many makeup artists that are well known now.
Yeah.
And it's become a big trend. And everybody's doing the graphic eyeliner.
Absolutely.
So I'm jumping in too.
Why not? And earlier we kind of mentioned of Guadalajara kind of being like a hub for a lot of these schools and
Yes.
education. And I have been starting to see a lot of American makeup artists and
Yes.
professionals going to get education there because they are the leaders in the industry
They
right
are.
now. Like,
They are.
let's be real.
Yeah, so like I know Patrick Ta. I actually met him one time at the store. He didn't know who I was, but it's so funny because one of the tips I will always tell a makeup artist: always be nice, because you never know who is talking to you. And to me, like, it's very important for you to be nice, because you never know where your life is going to take you. I think when you use a platform, you want to use it with your heart, and everybody, at the end of the day, you have to be nice to them, because it's going to be a memory that's going to stick to your brain for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Like, I met Gio and he was such a sweetheart. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Gio was so nice. He wasn't conceited. He wasn't, you know what I mean?
He wasn't a bully.
He wasn't a
didn't make me
bully.
feel bad.
No.
Yeah.
You should always be really nice, and I met Patrick at the store, and I'm like, oh my God, I saw you with Luis Torres, is the #1 makeup artist in Mexico right now. I'm like, I see that you work with him, but I bring a lot of makeup artists from Mexico, and I do a lot of makeup shows.
Okay.
And we bring a celebrity makeup artist and we make it huge for them. And that's how everything kind of started too. That I was like, I want to learn from them too, like what are they doing? So 2 weeks later after I meet Patrick Ta, I go to Mexico, and I didn't know that I was going to be invited by a makeup brand that's from Mexico. It's called Maproderm.
Okay.
We're really good friends, and they have been so sweet to me. They've been there for me all the time. And they invited me to come to that big event, and there was maybe 10 makeup artists there. And it was expensive to go there.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, I would love to come, because I had to get some stuff from them. And I met a lot of people there. I met Moni Sen, which is known for her gloves.
Okay.
And she does them for all the big makeup artists. And of course, she was supposed to be there. She's from Guadalajara, a sweet lady, love her. And Patrick Ta was there. And Luis Torres was there. Who else was there? Yeah, a lot of them were there, and I got to meet 2 other ones. They were so sweet. I want to bring them too. Mushi, love Mushi, sweetheart. They all have so much talent, but they all have their own unique styles.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I feel like my style, little by little, is going to be showing, with my TikToks that I'm starting to do. So it's just no, it doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. The learning doesn't
It
stop.
doesn't stop.
So then, we're a little bit ahead of ourselves here, but you mentioned earlier when we were chatting about not burning any bridges in the industry.
Yes.
So that's one of your biggest advices. And right now, you kind of we're giving the testament of why it's good to be nice, because then you met Patrick Ta in a different situation. And I'm
Yes.
sure that that time he did remember you.
Yeah, because when I met him, he was just a little quiet, and I was asking him questions, and this other girl was with him, and the girl wouldn't stop. Like I wanted to talk to him, and not because I understand because at sex I meet a lot of celebrities,
Yeah.
but I wanted to just ask him a few questions. Just I like to see how people are and how will they react to your questions. When I get to Mexico City and I didn't know he was going to be there, and I'm pretty sure he saw me and remember me like, oh my God, was that the kid from Saks? And I was with the guy from Upper Dome, the owner, and like I said, you will always take those memories with you when you meet somebody big. I remember one time I went to the beach here in Chicago and this girl came up to me. She's like, oh my God, are you Gio? And I was like, yeah. She's like, oh my God, I follow you on Facebook. And oh my God, you do awesome stuff. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. I was like, oh, wait, what's going on?
Am I a celebrity?
So I was like, oh my God. So I gave her a hug because you never know. That's the memory she's always going to take.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I don't know you, but let me give you a hug.
Yes. And when
You know
you
what I
blow
mean?
up, she's going to be like, oh, I met
Gio. He
at
was
the
so
beach,
nice. Yeah.
And he gave me a hug.
He gave me a hug. He was so sweet. That's what you want. I mean, once you're up here, I know there's going to be a lot of people
Yeah.
that are going to want to talk to you, and and it's okay. I mean, that's why when you started, it was hard for you to get up there. You should always still continue on being humble.
Yeah.
It should never get up to here.
Yeah.
I believe, because even with, like I was telling you about my old job with Tom Ford, my account executive, the one that did not hire me at my dream job at MAC Cosmetics in 1990s.
Yeah.
I didn't get the job, and it's okay. It wasn't my moment. It wasn't my time. Jacqueline Hill was working there. I met her. Another big makeup artist, beautiful. She was a sweetheart. See, I have a great memory from her, because I remember she had not yet blown up, and all of a sudden, boom! Like she started doing these events, like the podcast, and all of a sudden, boom! She just blew up, and like I'll always take that with me. So her manager, Andrea Tipton, becomes my executive for Tom Ford. And I was like, wow, the world is so small, because, Estee Lauder ended up buying La Mer, Joe Malone, Tom Ford, and they basically own everything.
Yeah.
And because MAC was owned by Estee Lauder too, Andrea comes back around and becomes my executive. And she was always a supportive, like always was there to support me.
Yeah.
Always. Until today, she's like, if you ever need a job, I got you, Gia.
I have somewhere to put you.
I put you wherever you want.
I love that. I love that.
So that's why you don't never want to burn bridges, because people do come around again.
Yeah.
You never know when.
Yeah, for sure. And coming back to, working with celebrities, and, it's a whole different world lifestyle.
It's a crazy lifestyle.
Is it?
It is very crazy.
What is one of the most memorable stories that you have of when you first started doing celebrity makeup?
So just like today, this will be, I will never forget this day, because this is my first podcast ever. The first celebrity that I did was Amanda Miguel, which in the gay world, a lot of people do her shows.
Yeah.
El Me Mintió. Oh my God. I remember I used to, listen to it.
Of course.
And all of a sudden my first celebrity was her. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I was freaking out. I couldn't even sleep the night before. But I prepared myself really good. I got there on time. She comes in and she looks at me and she's like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm your makeup artist. And she's like, oh my God, well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah. She was so sweet, so polite. Her husband was there. And, I was backstage. She was about to do a concert. Now it's my, the ball's on me in that moment, because I had to make sure her makeup looks good. And I learned so much through her. And the most beautiful thing that I will also never forget is that she mentioned me in the middle of the concert. And she gave me a little spot.
What did she say?
She's like, okay, guys, I know you guys are having a beautiful time. She's like, but I have to give myself this moment to give somebody that made me feel very special and so beautiful tonight. And he's actually from here, from Chicago. She's like, his name is Giovanni. Please give him a big round of applause, please. And I was like, oh my God, my mom was sitting all the way in the front because I made sure that she was going to sit all the way in the front because she wasn't nice to me when I was going to beauty school. And when I was young, she was really, really, really hard on me. And I decided that I was going to make my dreams come true. Yeah. And one of my dreams was to do celebrity makeup.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that I will never forget, you know?
Yes.
And after that, so many others just started falling. And I was like, ah.
Yeah. And then so to finally also say, you know, to your mom, not like I told you so, right? But look at me, mom. Like I actually made it.
Yes.
I made it.
I made it. Like I didn't even have to say it.
Yeah. Oh no, it was said. Amanda Miguel said it for you.
She said it for me. So I was like, she was like, oh my God, mijo, thank you so much for doing I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, I'm sure she felt like a celebrity. You know, it's like Biggie's mom. Like, I'm going to go ahead and put you in the fur coats and all the things.
Yes,
huh?
She did. She has a daughter, beautiful daughter that sings too.
Oh, that is
so I'm pretty sure she understands, you know, like. But it was a magical moment because, you know, my mom being so strict with me, like with my brother, he was the favorite one. And I was always kind of like the one that was like treated a little bit different.
Yeah.
I think if I were not, my mom and my brother were not the way that they treated me, I wouldn't became who I am now.
Absolutely.
Because my brother got everything and he didn't really do much with his life. And I just keep
working hard.
Keep working hard. I mean, there's days where my friends tell me, Gio, let's go out. It's beautiful out. Let's go party. And I'm like, I can't because tomorrow I have a big day and I can't make somebody look, you know, or feel horrible. So now my life changes.
Yeah.
Now I have to make sure that, you know, that I'm professional, that I look good, that I'm there on time, that my clients are happy. That's the most important thing right now in my life.
Absolutely. And, you know, I can definitely identify with you as I'm a permanent makeup artist by trade. That's what I do.
Saw that. Yeah.
And I remember that transition in my life, right? Yes. And I feel like, you know, when you are a professional and you're really trying to zone in and become really, really good at your trade, you do have to cut the fat, you know? So let this be a learning lesson, right? From
and doing permanent makeup, learning, oh my God, it's like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Because, you know, you're playing with skin. So the skin doesn't react to grab the pigment and you got to learn that. Otherwise, then you start putting a lot of pigment and then all of a sudden it just shows up in the skin and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. I mean, in the same way when you're doing, you know, makeup application, you have to know the brushes that are going to put your color.
You are
the
so
ones that are going to blend.
Especially with eyeliners.
Yeah.
You have to have different ones because different ones do different things.
Yeah.
So if you use the wrong one, you might do a thicker line than a thinner line that you're trying to achieve.
Or even something as simple as synthetic versus natural hair.
Exactly.
And when and how to use that.
Exactly. Yes, you know? Of course. That's huge. You have to know what both brushes are going to deliver. So it's very important to know the bristles.
The bristles.
That you're working with.
The consistency of your product.
The thickness. And like today I brought 2 different eyeliners in white. One in cream, and the other one is water activated.
Oh.
Water activators when you work with long strokes.
Okay.
You know, and you could do like, you know, but once it dries, it dries.
Wait, I've never heard of water activated.
Water activator, yes. And then there's liquid.
What is this? How does this work or what is going on here?
So with that, you're going to do a lot of graphic eyeliners with these.
Okay.
And you want to use a thicker, like a longer brush.
Okay.
Instead of a smaller brush. Oh. Why? Because you're working with longer lines.
So
you're using water activated.
So you add water to your color.
Yeah, to the color. It's kind of like face paint.
Oh, okay.
But it's for the eye area.
Okay. So, and I'm imagining the brush that you're talking about is similar to what we see when they do nail art.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Gio, I am so excited for you to teach us and show us what you do with this.
I know. Today is going to be so much fun. We have this beautiful model waiting for us that I'm going to do an eye, and she's so pretty and so sweet.
I love that. I cannot wait. I am an artist through and through. Like love crafting.
Love
I taught myself how to sew, all of these crazy
Oh.
things, but it's all because, if it doesn't
Yes.
exist, we create it.
We create it. And you know
Right.
what? That's another thing about Mexico. In Mexico, we don't have all the resources we have in America. So I feel that in Mexico, you have to kind of like do it from scratch. And you gotta, like when you're starting, okay, one of the things that I will tell every makeup artist is that being a makeup artist is not cheap.
Yeah.
Being a makeup artist is like you have to use, your money to build your kit, to build get your brushes, so if you can't get like the expensive things, you're gonna have to come up with how to actually make it,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. How to make it, how to look at
Create
the
it.
brushes that you have now. I mean,
Whatever you have, because it's the pay is different over there than over here.
then over here, is it really?
It's way different. Yeah, it's way, way, way different. But when you become a professional over there, they do pay good.
Okay.
Like these celebrity makeup artists, what's it called? Like Mushi and all of them. They charge a lot of money for a bride.
Okay.
More than over here in America. And the ladies pay it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
So there is money out there, chicas. If you guys want to become a makeup artist, do not be scared. There is money up there. You will make it, but everything in life, no matter if you want to be just a makeup artist or whatever you want to do, you got to do it from your heart, and you got to work really, really hard. Like I've worked day and night. They told me no, and I'm like, okay, you'll see. I'm gonna make it happen somehow, and I go and practice it until I make it happen.
I love that. And that comes from your upbringing too.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to believe in yourself. Otherwise, nobody will.
Yeah, nobody will. And nobody will advocate for you either. Okay, guys? So you have to advocate for
You
yourselves.
got to go out there and just go knock on doors, and a lot of doors are not going to open up. But I think one of the things I've learned too is that I think that life kind of knows. It's kind of weird. I think life knows when you're ready.
Yeah.
And when you're ready, life starts giving you what you're asked for.
What you asked for. Absolutely.
Like I was telling you, one of my favorite people in the world is Oprah Winfrey. She's so motivating. One of the things I learned is that even if you're not where you want to be, make sure that you prepare yourself so when the opportunity comes, you're ready.
You're ready.
I mean, even if you're not ready, you gotta get ready.
Yes.
Because it comes one day, it just comes, and you're like, whoa, it's here.
And that's the same thing, and going back to like changing your lifestyle and cutting the fat, right? And for people that don't know, when I say cutting the fat, it's really removing all the noise.
Yeah.
Being laser focused and all of this. So imagine if you are still in your party phase and Oprah calls you Sunday morning saying, hey, my makeup artist just bailed, but you just came home at 5:00 in the morning.
Oh.
Like, you're probably going to show up, but are you going to show up as your best self?
Not at all.
No. No. So those are things. I mean, and it's
even opening a makeup school.
Yeah.
Being the actual person that you're all the way on the top, like you're the instructor. People have to respect you. You got to show up early on time.
Yeah.
Your students, you got to teach them that they have to be there on time. Otherwise, they can't come into the class.
Yeah.
And it's just very like that, because it's the same thing as going to a show like Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
Or even a show like here.
Yeah.
You have to be on time, because people have a life. People want to make sure that their time is actually taken seriously.
Absolutely.
Because it's all professional. People work hard for their shows, for their platforms.
And there's a lot of people on the payroll. So if we're not on time.
If there's not on time, But yeah, on time is a very important thing.
And another thing too, so just to highlight, and come back to all of your hard work, because it has been a journey, and it's been a lot of work. Now, what are some of the benefits that you're kind of, relishing in? What are some projects that you're working on that you're excited to talk about? Can we talk about it?
Of course,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
I'm working on my makeup book too.
Okay.
So it's already written, but I had to do a lot of adjustments because I want to make sure that I add things that I would like somebody to teach me if I was a beginner.
If you were a beginner.
If I was a beginner, yes.
I love that. Yeah, no gatekeeping. No gatekeeping. You're here truly for the people.
Yeah.
And so then you're also, just most recently, you got asked to do a show here in Chicago.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Tell us, because I know everybody. Well, I used to be a huge fan.
Yes.
I'm going to be 40 this year.
Wow.
So,
You look awesome.
oh, thank you. Thank you.
41.
So then this opportunity for the show, what is going on there? What is...
So right now, next month we start doing some videos here in
Okay.
Chicago.
Okay.
And one of my friends is going to be in the show, and she wants me to do her makeup.
Okay, guys. So he's not letting out all the juice. So you have to follow to see what
Yes.
Gio is going to be up to. And you guys, I can't imagine anybody being in this world and not knowing about this show, because it's
Yes.
been around
It's
for
been-
20 years more.
It's been around, around that time. And they've been trying to do Chicago, and finally it's happening.
It's happening.
It's happening, and I can't wait till the drama.
I know.
I love drama. I love novelas and everything. And my friend, the one that I'm doing, she's a little dramatic, but she's
Even better.
but she's amazing. I love her. I just tell her, be careful, girly.
I know, but you know what? I think drama also, it kind of coincides with fabulousness.
Oh yeah,
You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, drama doesn't always need to be like dramatic, problematic. You know, drama can just be extra.
drama could be extra, and that's what they're looking for.
Yeah.
They want drama. I'm like, just be careful because you're a married woman. You don't want to get too into it. She already told me, she's like, oh my God, the show hasn't even started, and they're already, they're starting like rumors, and I'm like, it's going to happen.
This is how it is.
So that's, you gotta be calm and just be the one that's just watching and just go with the flow at the show.
I am so excited. I know I will be following you like white on rice. And
Yes.
I suggest that all of you guys do too, because Giovanni, I think you're on the brink of a lot of really big things. And
Yes.
not only is the universe opening up for you, but God is placing
Yes.
exactly what you need
At
in
the
your
right
path.
at the right time.
Talking about having fun and continuing to enjoy the day.
Yes.
I think it's time for our model.
Oh my God, I'm so
I think
excited.
it's time for the model.
Yes, I'm so
and
excited.
you guys have to stay tuned. I mean, we've saved the best for last.
Yes.
And he's going to show us how to do a beautiful graphic eyeliner on our model. And she is stunning. I can't wait to work with her and to film with her.
Oh my God, she's so pretty.
I know.
So beautiful skin. Oh my God.
I know. And she has some modeling experience.
She does. She
so
told us, yeah.
that's really exciting. And are you ready?
I'm
Are you ready to show
so
us everything?
ready, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's get into
Let's
it.
do it.
I'm so excited for you to show us this graphic eyeliner. So today, can you kind of explain to us what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, so the first step is to do, so her skin and brows are already almost prepared. So we're gonna start with a little bit of concealer. We're gonna go ahead and apply it all over the eyelid to start off fresh. And then we're gonna start doing the eyeliner, kind of like, how we start with the eyeliner in the tear dots. And we're gonna start in the bottom and then work with her eye shape and then start creating the, what's it called? The first step, which is over here in the corner, and then up in the top of the eye area, we're gonna go ahead and just finish it up. And then we're gonna go ahead and connect it from there. Look straight. We're gonna go ahead and connect it. We're gonna use this area right here.
Okay.
And then we're gonna connect it to an eyeliner. And then we're gonna connect it on the bottom, and then we're gonna go ahead and put on her beautiful lashes.
Okay.
It looks simple, but it's not simple.
It's very complicated.
It is.
It doesn't sound simple to
It's
me.
not. It's not. So we're gonna go ahead with a little bit of concealer, just as kind of like preparing the skin.
And so you're using a brush that I'm not used to seeing.
Yes. Yeah.
Concealers. So tell us about this.
So this brush, it's a set that I sell, and it's a whole set of blender brushes.
Okay.
I have 2 sets that I sell, and the person who sells these brushes is actually my mentor in Guadalajara.
Okay.
So I bring them all the way from Mexico and sell them here in the U.S.
Okay.
They are for professional makeup artists, but anybody can purchase them. And what I'm doing is I'm using a brush that is just like this. And with this same brush, I could use it with anything, basically.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and move your face a little bit this way. And as you see, I'm not applying a lot of concealer on the eyelid, but enough so that when I put on whatever I'm going to do on her eyes, it attaches to the skin, and then we go from there. But definitely you want to do the brow first with a clear brow gel and a spoolie.
Okay.
So this is a blender brush. And I like
It looks
to put,
like you're barely even touching her skin.
yes, people tell me it feels good, like almost like a massage.
It does. I'm just jumpy.
People are like, I'm going to take a nap while you do that. And I'm like, go for it, girl. Just
Yeah.
don't fall. So just like that. So just face straight. And it's just very natural. That's just the beginning. We're not going to put any powders because I don't know if you know, but when you put foundation or concealer and once you put any powders, it locks it in and there's no way. There could
There's
be
no changing.
anytime you apply any liquids like creams, foundation, everything needs to be applied very nice and clean
Okay.
before you put any powders, including the eye area underneath the eyes.
Yes.
If you go ahead and you don't do a sponge underneath the eye, and then you put the powder, you set it. That's it. That's what it's called, setting powder.
Okay.
It'll set it, and if there's lines, it'll stay like that.
It'll stay like that. Okay.
That's a
guys,
little
you guys
trick.
heard it here. So make sure that you're doing all your cream bases and all the moisturizing juiciness.
Yes.
Make sure you get all the creases, excess product out before you set it.
Before you set it, yes.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the one size. They have different shades, and then I use these as contours.
Okay.
Okay, the same brush. I want to put a little bit, if you look straight, I want to put it like in this area right here to start giving a little bit of definition. And you could use this for also the contouring the nose.
Okay.
So the same brush, very soft, very gentle. This is just going to bring out a beautiful, color and give her a little bit of definition.
Oh, that's beautiful already.
And if you know that, of course, green and red are contrary colors, this bronzer, this contouring powder has red in it already.
Okay.
So it'll pop up her eye color too.
That's what I was kind of noticing. I didn't want to like overstep and say like, oh, I feel like it's making her eyes pop, but
Yeah, it really does. So this is a good color for her. These colors like a brown, it's going to bring out her eye color too.
so as we were talking earlier, you were saying about really seeing like what her season is to be able to pick out your color
Identify.
palette. So could you give us a little breakdown just in seeing her? What is her season? What does she identify as?
Yeah, so she has green eyes and then she has beautiful, kind of like a taupe color, natural hair color. So that's it telling us. And then she has a little bit of freckles too right here. When they have freckles, they ended up becoming a summer.
A summer.
Yeah, a summer. So then,
For summer.
yes. So for summer, then you could choose her colors, and they will show you like if she is, like what colors to use on her and what colors to be away from her.
Okay.
Face just a little bit this way, and then actually look straight at the camera. Yeah, I mean this is already contouring too. Like you could just contour like that up to the tip of the nose. Very, very soft. Do you see that
Yes.
already? Very natural.
Yeah, I almost feel like it cups the eye.
Yeah, it just gives her like a little bit more definition to it.
Yeah.
So again, over here. See, if you put too much on the brush, you might get too much on it too. But with this brush, you can go ahead and just brush it
Keep
really
blending
nice.
it.
Yeah, blending, blending, blending. Don't be afraid of getting stuck. I always get scared too. Believe me. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? Well, you gotta just keep going until it all just gets together. Unified.
What has been one of your scariest makeup moments that you were like,
It was at Sephora.
was it a
It was my first, some of my first girls, and she had never used makeup. and I show her Bare Minerals. I'm like, I'm safe with Bare Minerals. I put it on her and she started crying. I was like, what did I do? Yeah, so I was like, I didn't know if I should stay there or what do I do? And her friend was like, it's okay, I promise you.
She's just like that.
She's just, this is her first time, you know. I'm like, no, I get it, but I'm just like, I feel bad. So I wanted to run out of there. I didn't know what to do, you know.
And what was it? She just wasn't used to.
She wasn't used to, yeah.
With makeup on.
Yeah, she was just like, oh my God.
That.
I'm sure she'll remember that one too.
I'm sure she will. She probably is thinking now, like, oh my goodness.
I made that.
Was I?
How dramatic I was. I probably made that makeup artist feel like, you know, really bad. Which I really did. I didn't know what to do. I was like so scared. I was like, what should I do? What do I do next?
Where's the nearest hole to crawl into?
Basically.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I see that you're bringing the contour down into the nose.
Yes. Into like right here. I call it the 11.
The 11, okay.
Because you create an 11. And this could be like a natural look for her. Because you can't really tell. It's just contour.
Yeah.
Okay, look straight. Look at her.
So pretty.
So just like that. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and start creating the first dots underneath the eye.
Okay.
This is the one that I was telling you. It's called Porcelana 91.
Okay.
And these are by Maproderm. It's a Mexican makeup line. And they're known for liners.
Oh, it's so creamy.
It's so creamy. You could do liners, you could do cuts, you could do, oh my God, you could use it for lips, eyes, anywhere in the face.
So it's a primer, you're saying? Or
You could use it as a primer, but it's actually like to do liners and to do kind of like graphics in the eyes.
Where you can like add powders.
You can. Yes. Look straight. So I'm going to start right here.
So now this brush almost reminds me of like a lip brush.
It's not. This is the second kit. This is the second kit.
And you were saying that this isn't the second kit?
Yeah, this is the second kit of brushes, and it's for doing precision.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. This is more for precision.
Because it is tapered at the very, very end, right?
Yes.
You know, one thing I really, really love about doing just traditional makeup, and I mean it in the sense as not being permanent, is that you can fix it.
Yes, and I'll show you how to fix a few details.
Okay.
With something that I started working with. So normally where you want to bring light is on the high points of the face.
Okay.
Highlight always goes here on the brow bone. You know what I mean? But here I'm bringing, like if you have small eyes, you know, a little bit, what you want to do is make them bigger. You put light on the corners of the eyes.
Oh.
And these looks take a little bit of time.
And a lot of concentration.
Yes.
It's like I want to keep talking to you, but then I'm like, you're probably holding your breath.
Sometimes I do. I'm like,
So typically when you're doing something that's graphic like this, how long would you schedule a client?
At least 2 hours.
At least 2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because sometimes you're just practicing and going with the flow.
Yeah.
And then you got to do adjustments. If I practice it, an hour.
Okay.
An hour should be good.
But if you just meet her, which is most of the time, right?
Yes. Yes. 2 hours.
2 hours.
Like an hour for eyes and then an hour, to do the whole thing.
Yeah. And so after you've cleaned everything up like that.
You can put a little bit of concealer.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, what?
Concealer. Very, very, very little. You don't need a lot.
Okay.
And then we'll set it too.
Okay. Kind of giving me Black Swan.
Yes.
Kind of,
Yes.
like the last part where they perform. This
Yes.
is kind of giving me that feel.
Vibe.
Okay, Giovanni, so we are just wrapping up this full eye look with the graphic liner. We did a little bit, you showed us with the cream liner, we did the white inside of the corner of the eye. And then you showed us a really fun new product that is the water activated shadow.
Liner.
Liner. Okay. So this is a liner, and the water activated liner is actually what you see here, the black liner. And he did do like a little ombre corner with the brown shading, did the bottom line, the top line, and now he's just kind of doing some finishing touches on the overall makeup. The model does also have individual lashes going on, like little lash clusters. And what else would you like to highlight on this, Giovanni?
Nothing. This is a very easy look. It's very easy to do. But we really definitely love, just giving a little bit of shape and making the colors making her eye pop out.
Absolutely.
So we definitely love that. And now we're just gonna put a little bit more blush, and then we'll do the lips, and then she will be done.
Done.
Completely.
This look.
Yes, she is ready to go model. Really fabulous. But I'm doing a little bit of liner, cream blush.
Okay.
You could actually put cream blush on top of powder.
Oh, you can.
Yeah, because I already set her.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just going, to just give her a little bit more natural look. And let's see how she looks in the camera. Turn this way. See, you can't really see it on the camera, which I like, but it looks really nice in person.
I mean, you can still, it's a subtle.
It's very subtle,
It's
yeah.
very subtle, but it's definitely bringing back that glowiness
Yes.
to her skin after you did the powder.
Yes. Because it's a cream blush, and the cream blushes normally give you that.
That glow.
That little beautiful glow. This is just a little bit of highlight,
Okay.
just for a little more glow.
And then I also noticed that right when you were prepping the lips, you put, was it powder over her lips?
No, I did a little bit of concealer.
Concealer. Okay.
And the concealer basically is just going to neutralize the color.
Okay.
So that way now I could do a lip liner. And we can do this one right here. Open up.
Okay.
I like to use lip liners, especially right now. I think it's the trend
Yes, it's definitely having like a revival moment
of the 90s.
of the 90s. Yes.
So I'm loving the lip liner.
And I've been noticing a lot of these, brownie tones being mixed with like beautiful, like rosy colors. And,
Yes.
even I've seen people using the concealer as almost like a base for their lip color.
Yeah.
So they kind of like blend it all into that concealer.
So basically, she does have concealer.
Yeah, I mean using it as like almost like a highlight point.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
You know what I'm talking
You could always do concealer on when the line is here already.
Okay.
On the edges outside, you could always do cleanup with concealer too.
With concealer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to make her lips look bigger too.
We
She
all
has small natural lips, which they're really pretty. But if you want to ever make them bigger, you just go outside of the line.
Natural line.
The
just a
natural line.
tiny bit.
So now I'm putting a pink on top, and I'm going to blend the edges so that way they're not. Look, you guys, this is what I came up with. It took me 15 minutes to do this look.
Yes. Thank you, Giovanni, so
Thank
much.
you,
And
guys.
thank you, Eliza, for being
Yes,
such a
thank
great,
you.
great model.
Thank you.
You look fantastic. I go ahead and give us a few little looks, and
Yes.
let's head back so we can wrap this up.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
Perfect.
Wow. Amazing.
Serve, girl. Recording all of this. And Giovanni, thank you so much for this incredible tutorial today on graphic eyeliner. And I hope that this not only inspires our audience to try new things, but our artists that are out there and are feeling kind of stuck in the bridal, event makeup industry. And this is, a way for them to really just start using their creativity. And I admire your craft, and thank you so much for showing us this beautiful technique.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure to be here. And I'm very thankful for all of you guys that invited me to come to this podcast.
Yes.
So professional, and I'm so happy to see the outcome.
Well, and we are so grateful for you just wedging in a little bit of time in your busy, crazy nuts schedule to be here with us today. And I know that today, not only did you leave us with genuine tips to help other people, but you left your heart here, and this is really where I see your passion coming from. And this is why God has given you all these beautiful things, truly. I truly believe that. And, I also just want to thank G Skin and Beauty for being our wonderful sponsors for this beautiful podcast. And if you love everything that you heard today, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your fellow beauty lovers. And a special thanks again to G Skin and Beauty Institute, where the future beauty professionals are trained to transform lives, starting with their own. And until next time, keep creating, keep inspiring, and remember, beauty is more than just skin deep.